Yo, so just coming from my second session with the FoilDrive. I'm shooting myself in the side of the frame so that it's somewhere here. Should hopefully be a floating video of me on the water. So I went on the same board as before to start with, but I tried the smaller or the next stage down in terms of size battery. So the Sport battery, which is a kilo lighter than the Max Power, so the Max Sport. A little bit less runtime, but because it was my second go and I didn't need to well, I still need to use the throttle because I was in the e-foil sort of mode, but I didn't need to work so hard, and it was a bit flatter the conditions as well, so the battery life wasn't really a problem. It was less, it definitely was noticeably less, but it wasn't a real issue. I still had a good half an hour on the foil. It was really good fun. So once I depleted that battery, I'm feeling more confident. I thought I'd try a smaller board, still in the e-foil mode because I couldn't be bothered to change the height of the mast. The motor on the mast. I went out on my 65 litre Sky Style SLS. Realised when I went to then pick it up to carry it, this is with the Max Power batteries, back onto the heaviest battery, to give myself the best chance to give it a good go because I wasn't sure if I'd even get up. I noticed the foot straps were still on, and I was thinking, you know, you have to lean so far forward when you're on the water's surface. Like, I knew that was going to be a problem. It was quite hard the first few goes, and also when you sort of like you fall off or you release the throttle, you like sink. It's 65 litres, obviously I sink, and then yeah, it's sort of that like learning to wing on a small board feeling where you're climbing on a board that's sinking. But once I got up, I managed to wiggle my feet into the foot straps. The turning sensation was a lot better. Obviously, it's very similar to winging when you change down a board. Got really comfortable, got in both straps, loved it, like really loved it. Went for a little blast right out the back in Goring. We have a buoy where there's a marker to mark something under the water at low tide, but it was really high tide. And as I was shooting out there, I realised there was some lines and some swell coming in because they were breaking on the beach, but I didn't really see them. They were...
Let's go! This is what it's all about. Yes. We're on a bit of swell out by the Barker. I am on the throttle because I've got it in the e-foil mode.
They were quite big out back. Well, not big, but they were nice forming waves. And then I was thinking, like, this is the whole point of FoilDrive, you know. I really wish I had then had the foil in the FoilDrive in the assist mode, so higher up. But yeah, was able to sort of like ride around on the swell and rode it all the way to the beach. But I was using the throttle quite a bit, so there was a couple of times where I managed to get the foil so high, the motor and the drag from the cable wasn't in the water, and I then got the real sensation that, like, you know, like winging or like sup foiling, got rid of all of the E part and the heaviness and the weight and the drag. That kind of all disappeared, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually like winging on a foil now, which was crazy because no one else was out. There was like 5 knots, 6 knots of wind, so useless for everyone, and a small rolling bit of swell, and I was able to sort of like go, you know, a quarter of a mile out and ride that in. So yeah, assist mode on a small board really gets rid of that weight problem. Like, once the drag from the motor goes, that's why I think the 20 and 25 centimetre length cable are really popular. The sensation is just amazing. And yeah, the luxury of being able to ride those waves in those conditions, which, you know, no one else was out in the water. I couldn't see anyone. You could probably have supboarded, but I don't think you would have caught any of the waves. Yeah, the future's definitely here. Well worth trying, getting into. Definitely going to increase like the time on the water now. And yeah, the only thing I'd say is my top of my legs really hurt. You do have to lean forward quite a bit when you're fully on the throttle the whole time. But once you're in the assist mode, I imagine it will be more pumping and gliding like winging, which is really cool. So yeah, hope you like the video. I hope you can sort of make sense of what I'm doing. I had just had it in my hand. But yeah, speak to you in a bit.
Just going to do a little experiment, running out of battery, and see if we can do a jump.